I know what you're thinking. I'm naked. I am. Actually, I am. I don't know how much YouTube will let me show, but yeah, I'm pretty naked. Hey, what's up, fam? So, we're doing a little bit of something different. I follow a YouTuber called Ashley Mardell. She recently posted 2 videos over the last week or so, revolving around gender dysphoria for non-binary people. And I wanted to show solidarity and, I don't know, share my narrative as a queer trans woman of color, specifically a black trans woman, and share what that narrative for dysphoria looks like for me. So I suffer from both body and gender dysphoria. My body dysphoria is mostly centered around my size and my hair. Now, as you can see, I have all this luscious, wonderful hair, but this isn't my hair. That doesn't grow naturally out of my head. It is extensions, and they look really nice, and they don't invalidate my my womanness, my womanliness. I don't know what word. My femininity, feminine. It doesn't invalidate my femininity. But I have strong and troubling feelings around having naturally curly hair, like having an afro, and how my head is a very large head and doesn't fit that narrative of what looks like feminine. So if I wear my natural hair out, I often get called sir. And that is upsetting and hurtful because 1, it tells me that people don't validate my gender, and 2, that an afro isn't seen as feminine. And there's tons of black women who have afros, and to know that society doesn't view an afro or hair that doesn't fall down and is straight as beautiful really hurts, because not only then do I feel less like a woman, but I feel less beautiful. Like that my black skin is a problem, and I feel like it's something that other black trans women and other trans women of color can share and feel solidarity with, is this feeling that our blackness or our dark skin isn't equated with beauty or isn't equated with femininity, and that we have to go through all these extra steps of not only feeding into white beauty standards, but also feeding into what defines what makes a woman. And I've cried many a time before, like finding good friends who would do my hair, about having curly hair, and no matter what I did, I couldn't make it look like what I wanted it to look like. And along with the hair, I've always felt a lot of dysphoria around my size. I am really tall and really big and kind of muscular. And so it makes it hard to dress super feminine, or I feel like I'm almost required every day to dress really feminine. Like I have to wear dresses or I won't be called she, her. I won't be seen as a woman. I can't wear pants. I can't wear dress shirts. I can't wear just a regular t-shirt because my shoulders are so broad, and it makes shopping for clothes really hard, because it's hard to find women's size clothes for really broad shoulders, and if you do find it, you usually have to spend a little bit of money. But I feel a lot of dysphoria, especially when I'm with partners and they are smaller than I am, not just because like I'm chunky, because I am. I'm a chub. I'm very much a chub. But it's less about me being chunky and more that I'm physically stronger than they are, and that I'm taller than they are, and that I'm just broad. I'm a very broad. And I don't know, it just makes me feel really shitty. Because that's nothing I can get surgery for. Even if I lose weight, I'm still broad. And my family is naturally muscular people. So it gets into this weird thing where it's like I have to learn to love every part of my body, and I have lots of friends that tell me, well, you look fine and you look beautiful. Well, that doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that I feel beautiful, that I feel validated, that my gender and my femininity feels validated. And it often doesn't. And that really freaking sucks. And I guess I've accidentally leaked into both my gender dysphoria and my body dysphoria, and they feel, for me at least, connected. And they're not connected for everybody, but they're connected for me. It's weird for me, and I feel like other trans women of color can share this feeling where you're not only having to deal with your gender and your sexuality, but you're also having to deal with your blackness, your darkness, and how you've been sold these goods on what being beautiful is. And it really sucks. Like, it sucks a lot. It hurts a lot to not be desired by anybody. And I'm not even that dark. Like, and is that a blessing? Like, is that a good thing? Like, it just upsets me that dark skin isn't viewed as beautiful, and that as trans women of color we have to go a little bit further than most of our white trans femmes or white trans women in terms of validating our femininity, because we not only have to tackle like our dysphoria around our bodies, but also these I'll stop. But to, I don't know, like, break down the stigma that there's something wrong with having a little melanin. And just the amount that I'm fetishized, I guess, also bothers me. That it makes, I'm not viewed as beautiful, I'm viewed as an item, something to be traded and to be used, and then once I'm used, that's it. It's tokenizing, and it hurts. That thing between my legs feels like when having relationships with people is the bigger concern, and as compared to how kind of person I am. It's usually the first question asked is what's going on between my legs. Not that I look beautiful, or that I'm valid, or that, you know, my politics are problematic. It's always, so what's going on between those legs? And that really sucks. Because I want what I feel like all trans women want. I just want to feel beautiful and comfortable in my body. And to know that some things that hormones or surgery can't fix are just always going to be there. And that I will be alone and not loved because of things I can't control. Like, there's nothing I can personally do, no amount of hard work or money that I can throw at a problem that is going to fix it. And I wanted to share that, show solidarity with other trans women and trans femmes in feeling like you're not beautiful and you're not enough. And that's really hard to deconstruct, and I don't even have the answers for like how to really do that. But I wanted to show solidarity. And I wanted to video reply to Ashley Mardell, who was a really, really big part of me, like, coming out 2 years ago. I think on my old channel I had posted a, like, reply video to something she had posted before. But, she was a really big part of me transitioning and learning about gender and sexuality in those early days. And she was just like a nice teacher to have. And so I just wanted to say, Ashley, that like, you are valid, and I appreciate all the work that you do, and I know what it's like for people to shame you for being big, and it sucks, and the emotional abuse you put yourself through to be okay with that and try to like fight off the things that people say is really hard, and it takes a lot of strength, and I feel like you should be commended for putting forth that strength. So from one queer to another, I just wanted to say I love you, and for all my trans femmes out there and all my trans femmes of color, I love you too. And get naked, send me a reply. Let me know what your dysphoria looks like. Alright, I love you. Bye.